Merry Christmas, and welcome everybody to our fourth special edition, holiday edition of Open House. We are here this year with Cherie Martin. You guys know her. She's the host of her own show right here on ETC3 called Heart of the Home. Cherie, thank you so much. And also Cherie was a special guest of ours on a previous open house. So we want to really thank you for letting us come into your new home. Now, Cherie, one thing about you that just absolutely amazes me is that, of course, you're extremely talented and you've got a business that proves that you are in the decorating and flower business. But one thing that you do well, you do trees.
Trees, yes.
And this year, the whole purpose of your layout in your home, your holiday decorating, is built all around memories. Tell me just a little bit about that.
The memories here, you know the farm,
yes.
And you know how hard it was for me to leave that farm.
Yes.
As I left the farm, I brought every memory of my whole life, from my childhood when we went to Riches and I was 4 years old, to moving into the country with JS.
Right.
And everything in this house reflects our life together. Every tree has a special memory from my past or his past or our life together. And I said, that's the key to this. It's about our life together.
And that's what Christmas is all about
That's
anyway.
it.
It's about family and memories. But we have so many trees. I think we've got about 10 trees that we're going to see. And we got to get to work right now. Now, we're standing in the dining room. And guys, let's just put it on the record. This is my favorite room of this house. And you know I'm all about kitchens. This dining room that's behind us is absolutely magnificent. Now, the whole key behind this room, first of all, it's orange.
Orange.
And it's orange because of what?
Jewel tea dishes.
Jewel tea dishes. Now, you guys, if you don't know anything about Jewel tea dishes, it's
It was a product from the 30s and 40s when my grandmother bought Jewel Tea coffee. She won these dishes as a premium. My collection started with one dish that Granny always made banana pudding in. So in our 27 years of marriage, JS always added to that collection for me. I now probably have one of the largest Jewel Tea collections in the world, and I've never been able to use it. So this dining room, this house was built around using my Jewel Tea dishes that I use every day. I use them every day.
Now, the specialty about this is that, of course, they're old dishes. She's got the largest collection probably in the world, but she not only has a beautiful tablescape with these dishes, but she also used teacups on the tree. On the tree. So take note, guys. You can hang teacups on a tree, and it looks absolutely beautiful. And another thing about this dining room is that the table is what?
The table is made from 4 old doors. And the old doors were front doors and back doors. And when I left the farm, it was really, really tough. But part of the farm came with me. So my dining room table and the benches are made out of the front doors and the back doors from the 1860s farmhouse.
Is that not something else?
So believe me, the memories that I had have come with me. And every day I just smile. I walk by and I look at these things and I think this is all about my whole life. And it really is about my whole life.
And it is. And so if we were lucky enough, seriously, if we're lucky enough to have objects like this that we take into our life as we, of course, get older and move on and things change. But again, she set a Christmas up that it's just for her and her family, and that's what Christmas is all about. Now, before we leave the dining room, because we have so much to see, and it's not quite dealing with memories, but I want you to just explain a little bit about the chandelier and how you decorated it.
Well, the chandelier, when we started the dining room, this chandelier was going to go on this wall. And it was laying here in the floor, and I kept saying, Ange, I'm not sure about that on my pretty wall. And I said, let's try it on the chandelier. So she said, okay. And she suspended it, and she worked about 2 hours to put it up there. But anybody can take a wreath and add a little bit to it. It's wired, and it's perfect. This is a 36-inch wreath. It's absolutely perfect on the chandelier.
So there's your second tip. So teacups and hang your wreath on your chandelier. Now we're going to move quickly into your kitchen. So of course your big theme in your Coca-Cola, and I think we talked a little bit about that when we did the
At the farm.
At the farm.
Right.
So tell me a little bit what you did in your kitchen and
Well,
breakfast
you know
area.
the history of our family and Coca-Cola.
Yes.
All 4 generations collected Coca-Cola. So the farm is still set up, and I can still go spend the night at the farm tonight, and everything I need is there, but part of that came with me.
Oh.
So part of the Coca-Cola stuff came with me, all the Christmas things. So it's here now, and we have dishes on the table. We have Santa singing in the kitchen. We have serving bowls that are Coca-Cola. And if I were smart, we'd have a Diet Coke, but I don't have any.
I know, because I sure am thirsty
I know,
right
and
now.
I'm sorry.
And I'm hungry, too.
I'm sorry. We've been cooking here all day.
I'll be in the refrigerator after this show is over. But tell us a little bit about that Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree in the kitchen reflects hearts, me. JS and I both collected hearts and chickens because we know on Heart of the Home I'm known for cooking chickens. And then it has measuring cups on it because on Heart of the Home we know I don't measure anything. So we have chickens, apples, measuring cups, and hearts. And that just is a reflection of me. The kitchen tree is truly a reflection of me.
So here again, you know, I tell you, the tree behind us, exquisite. It's just absolutely beautiful. The tree in the kitchen, all about Cherie. It is. It's all about cooking. It's all about kitchen. And you know, I think we all have a habit, and I say this, you just think you got to use balls and a little tinsel and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, we've already seen already. We've got dishes that totally dictated a dining room and the color and the layout and the whole bit about the dining room. And we have Coca-Cola that's telling us what to do in the kitchen area. And then look what she hung on her tree in the kitchen. See, this is what it's all about. I hope you guys, by the time we finish with this show and the 10 trees that we're going to see, you're going to free yourself up.
Right.
So that you can decorate and
Exactly.
use your memories.
Because memories are what it's all about. I mean, honestly, good memories, bad memories. I look at that tree and I have laughed every time I walk by and see one of the chickens. I'm like, okay, what chicken dish am I cooking next, you know? So, but it's all about memories. And that's so important.
Well, it's so important. And you know what? In the next segment, we're going to really get into something that I remember and Cherie remembers, and it's all about a little subject called the pink pig. And you viewers out there that are our age, you'll know what we're talking about.
That's right.
And you young folks, well, you might know about it too because
That's
I think
right.
they bought
Lennox has the pink pig.
There
now.
you go.
Yeah.
We'll be back in just a sec. Hi guys, we're back. And Cherie, I think you told me that this is your favorite room of the house.
This is truly the memory room.
All right.
You see this bed?
Yes.
And JS and I started housekeeping with this bed.
How long ago?
Long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
It was an old one when we bought it, and it was in fairly good shape. But after many, many years of us, 3 things you do when you're making memories. You find a really good furniture refinisher. I found a great one, Don Perry. The second thing you do is you find a really good builder. I found a good one. The next thing you do is you find a cabinet maker that listens to what you say, and you can make memories too. But you've got to have 3 men backing you up.
All right, guys.
Don Perry did my furniture, and he did a great job.
He did a great
job because this bed was really in rough shape. He did the dresser and the bed. And literally, people laughed at us because JS and I, both pretty good-sized people, slept in this bed. It's a 3-quarter bed.
My goodness.
But we did for many, many years, and it is still my favorite piece of furniture we have.
Well, and it's beautiful. But now, since this is your favorite room in the house, and tell me the theme and
it's the Denali room because of Alaska and our love for going to Denali.
Right.
The last trip we made together was in Alaska, and the beautiful picture that I showed you of McKinley was just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And that room, even though it was a really, really sad time in our life, brought the best memories of my life.
Exactly. So with that then, what did you decide? How did you choose your ornaments for your tree?
Well, JS went to Alaska fishing.
Right.
And we always shipped fish back. We actually still have some in the freezer. And he liked to hunt. And, you know, my moose bathroom has his moose horns in it.
Yes.
So this room was centered around him. And and the great memories I had of him. So that was, and it was all great memories. And I said, you know, now this is like the most peaceful room in my house. And the kids will come in and say, where is she? And I'm always sitting in here. So this is just a nice, peaceful room.
And you know, guys, listen, you know, you may not decorate bedrooms, but, you know, this is a great thing to do if you have a guest bedroom or a bedroom that you're not using. You know, use that for your special bedroom. Put your decorations in that remind you of a loved one or a friend that you have that you love deeply. But I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's move on down the hall and let's go to the little room that's in the front of the house.
Okay.
Tell me about that tree and what it represents.
That tree basically is a girly tree. I have a quilt in there that started the theme of that room.
Beautiful.
It's pink and green.
Yes.
I love antique quilts. I love antique quilts. And I love, I love embroidered pillowcases.
Oh, yes.
So I've been teaching my granddaughter to starch and iron pillowcases. And she says, why do we do this? And I said, because they look great. And she said, why do we do this? And we still starch and iron pillowcases. But I love antique linens. So the theme of this room was I had my mother's beautiful antique bedspread, and then I had a beautiful quilt, and I just went pink. I just went all girly. So that tree is all girly.
And it's so pretty.
Love it.
But now,
Love
speaking of pink, let's go into your bedroom.
Right.
Now, tell us about the tree in your bedroom.
The tree in my bedroom started because I had a picture of me and my brothers and sister when I was 4.5 years old at Rich's in downtown Atlanta. And every year, Daddy was an Atlanta policeman. He always took us to the Rich's tree lighting. And in my later years, I gave Daddy a beautiful picture of that tree. So this year, I had Daddy's picture. He had passed away. I got his picture back. I hung it on my wall. And when it was time to decorate, I thought I have to have a Rich's pink pig tree. So I have Rich's Macy's gift bags, pink pigs, and jewelry, which is a good thing.
Yes,
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And that tree, every morning I smile when I look at that tree because I remember so many special trips with Kayla and Debbie. And you know, I was 4.5 years old when my first impression of that pink pig, I still would go down there. I love it.
No, Cherie, I remember the pink pig too. And I know we used to, you know, drive down from these mountains to go to Rich's.
And it was a big deal.
It was a big deal to ride in that pink pig because at that time, and I hear that it's up and running again, but I don't know if it's up in the air like it was.
I'm not sure.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
we
how
were
we
up
rode
in the
it,
top
yeah.
of the ceiling of the store,
Right.
riding around in this pink pig, and I often think about, you know, did we have any kind of safety net on? I don't think so,
No,
but anyway.
no.
Back in those days, we
Didn't
got to
matter.
run wild,
That
I
was
guess.
fun. Yeah, that was fun.
But that tree, now again, I want you to take from this because, you know, who would have ever have thought, well, Cherie, but other than her, who would have ever have thought to have done a pink pig tree? But while we're in her room, and let's just real quickly just go into her master bathroom because I want to hear the story of what's hanging over your mirror.
Well, it's only been hanging there one day. We barely met this deadline. J.S. killed this moose 6 years ago. It was his last hunting trip, and the moose horns had been laying at our truck shop for years and years and years, and I kept saying, one day I'm going to use those. Well, I bet you I'm the only woman in Jasper with a moose bathroom. I have moose antlers for my towel rack, and Don Perry saved my soul yesterday.
Because
he
Don
walked in
Perry
with them, is my furniture man.
Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
And he walked in yesterday, and he spent like an hour and a half getting it level and getting it up. And when I came back last night from work, I walked in, and it just, a great memory. And I was so pleased. And I thought, you know, everything is about putting it all together in your heart. And when I walked in and saw those moose, I laughed, and I said, anybody else would expect me to have a frilly foo-foo bathroom. My bathroom is not frilly and foo-foo. It's got moose antlers hanging in it.
It's got moose antlers. And what have you got hanging on the antlers?
Towels.
I love it. I love it. And this is a permanent fixture. This is not for the holidays.
Oh, no.
She's got those antlers in there.
Yes.
And so what else about that moose bathroom that's special?
Well, the moose bathroom also, my friend Regina Camp has given me something I heard for Christmas, a sign that says the moose is loose. So, I don't know what her intention would be.
No, and we may not need to go there. So anyway.
I thought that was so cute. She said, I've got somebody painting you a sign. So, but that bathroom is really and truly, it has pictures of Alaska flowers, and that's one of the other things about Alaska. The flowers are absolutely beautiful. So I have some pictures of that in that bathroom. And I have a picture of a moose I chased, remember? I
Tell
told you
them
about
about it,
going
yes.
out the Alaska pipeline. We're riding up the Alaska pipeline, and I said, JS, there's a moose. And I get the 35mm camera. I said, park. I chase the moose. I take these beautiful pictures. The next morning, we read the Anchorage paper, and it says, tourist mauled to death by moose. And I thought, I don't think I'll take any more of those pictures. So, but I have it hanging in my bathroom. So,
All right, say, listen, I hope y'all are enjoying this as much as I am. Cherie has got memory after memory after memory, and you know what? So do you.
Right.
You know, she's just talented, and she's had the opportunity to put all this stuff together. But I hope this will give you a great incentive to start thinking about your memories and what you're going to do next year for your Christmas decorations. And when we come back, we're going to see many more trees. I see how quickly the time has flown, and we're in our last segment. But we're down in your den area. And so what theme did you use in here?
this is Americana. We have red, white, and blue, and we have the American Indians, the Cherokee. And this idea started with George McLaughlin's prints from the Trail of Tears. I'd had those for years, and then bought furniture from Burlington that is the Trail of Tears collection. And so when it was time to do the tree, what else would you do?
What else would you do?
Okay.
But now, real quickly, before we move on and talk about decorations, tell me the story about this land.
The land where this house is built, even though it is quite a few miles or quite a few yards from the original farmhouse, is part of the original farm. There was originally 440 acres here that belonged to the Cherokee.
Wow.
So this whole downstairs is in memory of the Cherokee Indians.
Wow.
And this tree was perfect for that.
And
So-
one thing I noticed about your tree is that you decorated them with little Indian figurines. So cute. And then something else that you hung on your tree, the what is it that hunters wear?
Oh, camouflage.
Camouflage.
You can't have a
Sorry,
14-year-old boy in deer season and not have camouflage.
You know,
yeah.
camouflage
Yeah.
stockings
Yes.
and Indians.
Oh, yes.
So this will tell you can use anything for
Yes.
decoration. Tell me about our little friend that's standing behind me.
Well, Santa stopped by to visit.
Did he
Yes, he
really?
hasn't done any work since he's been here. I think he's chilling.
Hey, he looks
think
like
he's chilling.
chilling frozen.
I think he's chilling. I think he's chilling. But this whole idea down here, this is kind of just to hang out and relax.
And most dens are, and so that's one thing about, a den is that you don't really want to just overdo a den, and just enough though to get the season and get the spirit, and especially
Great fireplace.
a great fireplace and a great decorated mantle. Speaking of mantles, now we're going to scoot upstairs to the living room. Tell me about your mantle in the living room.
The focal point of the mantle in the living room is an etching in marble of my husband and I on our wedding day.
Wow.
And that was a gift the week after I lost him. And I've carried it around for 6 years, couldn't decide what to do with it. Today I have a special place for
Oh,
it. And it's sitting in
wow.
front of the mantle, and we decorated all around it, put some candles. Our anniversary was December 23rd.
Oh.
So it's so appropriate.
Exactly.
He got me for Christmas. Was that a good thing?
That was a great gift.
That was a good thing.
Sure, it would be a
That's
great gift.
good thing.
A great gift to any guy, especially as good as she cooks. That's for sure.
yeah.
But I noticed though in your living room that you carried on the color from the dining room,
Jewel tea.
the jewel tea
Jewel tea.
orange, and so guys, and you're seeing it now while we're talking, but the mantle and everything around that fireplace.
Not traditionally red and green.
Not traditionally red and green, using again the colors that she used in her orange dining room, and it's beautiful.
I love it. I love it. I wasn't sure when I picked out the colors. I rode around for a couple of weeks with these swatches in my pocketbook, and I'm like, okay. But I truly, it's all of the Ralph Lauren collection, and it all works. And I said, you'd have thought Ralph Lauren's mama had jewel tea dishes, because it was perfect. It was perfect. So.
Who knows? She may have.
It was
She may
perfect.
have. And so in your living room, what do you concentrate on, especially, when you first walk into the home, in your home, especially you walk into your living room.
That's it. And the sideboard that we didn't get much time to talk about,
Yes.
that sideboard came out of a restaurant in Atlanta. From there it came to our restaurant, the Iron Skillet in Jasper.
Right.
It stayed there for 10 years. It stayed in our bedroom for 10 years. And it's been in storage. And Don Perry just refinished it. When he walked in, I got it back last Thursday. I walked around the corner from the kitchen and I started crying, and my little granddaughter said, Nanny, what's wrong? I couldn't believe how good it looked, and it was just another memory.
Exactly.
Just another memory.
Now tell me about the tree, though, upstairs.
The tree upstairs is Coca-Cola, because we know I'm Coca-Cola theme, and it has children's ornaments, and you know, it's on the big back porch, which is it's an extension.
Oh, you've gone to the back porch. I was talking about in the living room. Do we have a tree in the living room?
No.
Gosh.
You can see it, though,
I'm
through the triple
hallucinating.
windows, but you can see it through the triple windows.
You'll see
Yeah.
when you see the footage why I got a little bit confused.
Right.
Okay, we're moving out now to the back porch. Excuse me.
That you see from the living room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So
and
tell me about it.
that's the neat part of that porch. It truly is an extension of the house.
And the tree is sitting right there, so
You sit in the recliner,
not too bad
you
of a
rock.
mistake.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. But when you sit there, when you come in from the front door, you see that tree.
Yes.
And it looks like it's in the living room.
does.
But it's on the porch.
Well, in the back porch, I think you were telling me
it.
earlier that you.
I love it.
And originally, you it was going to be an open space, and you certainly decided to
I wanted to use it.
screen it in
yes.
so that she could utilize it, you know, almost year round. I
Right,
mean, on a day
right.
like today that we're
Oh,
filming,
yes,
you can
absolutely.
certainly sit out there. But again, you carried the Coca-Cola theme then out on the porch, which also opens up from the kitchen area as well.
Right.
And you know, that's all about Coca-Cola in there. But she's got French doors
Right.
that go out to that back screen porch. But the tree, let's go back then to the tree.
Well, the Coca-Cola tree, because we do the children's gifts on the back porch, and we have dinner out there, and we set our tables up. It's just for the children. You know, it's a children's, hopefully, a good place. They won't spill things in the house. I think this is perfect planning.
Good idea.
This is perfect planning. So, but it truly is for the children. So.
Well, we've got just a little bit of time left, and so let's just think about a couple of things that we forgot to mention. And we try not
Stained
to
glass
backtrack,
door going to my
but
bedroom.
the stained glass door going to Cherie's master bedroom. Tell us about that.
Well, Armstrong Glass here in Jasper was going out of business, and our trucking company had done hauling for them. And this was the door that they used at all their trade shows. And when they left town, to be quite honest with you, we had done some hauling for them. They were in a little financial bind, and I said, I'll take that door. And I've hauled that door around for about 10 years now. So now the door has a home.
And it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
And I know
It
that
is
it's
gorgeous.
year round, and it's not so much Christmas.
But it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it really does aid to the decor that that you've done for your Christmas decorating. If you got one other thing that you can think
the
of.
thing's Maggie Johnson's furniture.
Yes.
Miss Maggie Johnson from Whitestone, who probably would be in her hundreds now. 20-something years ago, J.S. and I bought a lot of her furniture. And this house has given me the opportunity to refinish, Don Perry refinished, and we're using Miss Maggie Johnson's furniture. I love it, and it's such a warm feeling. Her table's put together with pegs. Her pie safe will be holding pies in jewelty dishes soon.
And that's in your kitchen.
It's in our laundry room, actually.
It's in the laundry room.
Actually, in the laundry room. We didn't get to the laundry room, but we'll do that. That's another day.
That's another day and another
That's
story.
another day. That's another day.
But as you guys have seen, this whole Christmas special has been about memories. And Cherie certainly does have some wonderful memories that will carry her through this holiday season. And you know what, guys? You have got them as well. We all do. And, you know, Christmas is all about family, and it's all about memories. And, you know, we just want to wish you a Merry and Happy Christmas from Cherie and myself and from ETC3. We hope that you have a safe and a happy holiday. And Cherie, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Lynn. I love you.
Bye.